Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 30. Ross, what episode is this?
30-something.
Kev,
Yo,
what
just
episode
go with
is
that.
this?
But definitely 30-something. Go with
I
that.
think it's 34, but I named it 32 on my sheet, so my apologies. Episode 32. I am one of your hosts, XoB Fixer, alongside. We'll go with Kev first. Kevin
Hey.
Tarney, my right-hand man, the man behind the logo. That's going to be your thing. The man behind
What up, everybody? How are we all doing?
Wow, Kev's happy today.
I am.
Kev, how you been?
Yeah, good, mate. I'm finally over that illness. Well, pretty much. So I gave it to
okay,
Ross, though.
Are we gonna? So last week's episode, Kev was like, "Oh, can you edit out all my coughing?" I was like, "Hell no! I am straight up." Yeah, we're gonna pretend Ross ain't here for a second. I'm gonna straight up like leave it all in. He's like, "No, I'll edit it myself then, and then send it to you." I was like,
Don't you want to hear me cough like
little-
constantly for half an hour?
"Look, the people come for the banter, and you coughing is the banter."
If you say so. I saved your ears.
Yeah.
If they would have heard it, they would have thanked me. I'm telling you.
And the Scotsman himself, Ross Miller.
Hey, how we doing?
Ross, all right. So I messaged you saying, "Is this week your last week?"
No, it's next week.
Yeah, I didn't realise. Apparently counting to 4 is very hard for me.
It would have been 4 weeks, but only be 3 because I missed last week, so
And what happened last week? Where was you?
I was at work.
Excuses.
I was on my 9 o'clock finishes at work, and unfortunately recording times were extremely difficult for me to do.
Well, you'd better just say sorry to the people, not me.
I'm sorry. I've got a replacement note, and he's 5-year-old, and he's called Eben, and he just walked into the room.
Oh,
and is
hi,
standing
Eben.
beside me.
Is he? There he is.
Hi.
Hi.
So if you hear any kids talking, then that's exactly who it is.
Alright, well, this week's episode of My Xbox and Me is brought to you by OutOfLives.net and mcfixer.co.uk. Ross, anything going on Out of Lives? You know what? Forget Ross. Kev, anything good going on at OutOfLives.co.uk? No,
Do you know what? News is pretty quiet at the minute, surprisingly. It's like after E3, it has just gone absolutely dead. Ross can attest to that.
Oh yeah.
It's
the
been
summer. It's the summer. That's what happens in the summer.
What happened?
often stick for stories.
Evan cracks me up. I just love hearing these voices just out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, who said? Oh, okay, I know who that is. I know exactly who that is. Also, this episode is brought to you by Mike Lynch. If you haven't checked out Mike Lynch by now, you hear me say it for the last maybe 20 episodes, but you check him out on YouTube at Mike Lynch Streams. He just put up a couple new videos I was watching the other day, some good stuff, so go check that out. And check him out on Twitch, which is Mike Lynch Streams at twitch.tv. Not the ukulele player on YouTube. Made that very, very clear. Mike, if you're listening, you owe me a new ad read, mate. This is why I keep making them up on the spot. You owe me a new ad. Kevin, what's been in your box this week? What have you been playing?
It's been Mad Max again. I'm still playing through the game. I took your advice and I stopped doing all the side missions and I've gone straight into the story.
Thank
and
God.
the story is actually pretty long as well, going through those missions. And every now and again, I have found myself going off the story and doing like the odd oil refinery or something. But
Which I think is a
it's
good
good.
balance.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Instead of just working through the areas, I'm sticking with like a bit of story, maybe the odd oil refinery, and then carrying on through that. And I've also been playing a bit of Rocket League. So
We played Rocket League last week when we come off the show.
We
Ross
did
wasn't
indeed.
well. That's why it wasn't on. I
Yeah,
remember
the only night we could record, Kev had gave me some virus.
Yes, through the podcast, amazing.
Through the internet, he gave me a virus, and all I could do was play Rocket League.
yeah,
doesn't
that was the
surprise us.
symptom.
Yeah, that was a cure.
Yeah, we played Rocket League together. It was interesting because Kev is very new to Rocket League, correct? And she was just a bit hyped.
Yeah, I'm not good at that game. It's no secret. I'm not good. I practiced a bit during the week. I played with a couple of my friends, and I'm still as terrible as ever. But the thing I find hard about that game is judging the distance between you and the ball. I always seem to approach the ball and just be a little bit off, whether it's under, whether it's over, whether it's a bit to the left, a bit to the right. I don't know what it is.
Play
I think I
Snowday.
need glasses.
If you play Snowday, it'll pick up because the ball doesn't really come off the ground as much.
The hockey puck,
When it's a
it's
puck,
not a
it's a
ball.
hockey puck.
Yeah.
The hockey puck doesn't come off, so it lets you get your tactics a little bit better about when to go, when to sit back. It lets you learn the mechanic of the game, I think, a little bit easier.
Right.
And then
okay, I'll
you
have to
go
try
back
that out
into the
then.
ball with the bouncing.
Just don't be such a noob, Kev, and we'll be alright.
I know. I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
I love how excited you were getting when you did score, though. Like,
You gotta admit, that game.
Knock it across. I'm just like, Kev, I'm trying. It's like, no, knock it. I'm like, all right, Kev, chill out. I don't know why you've got a squeaky voice. Honestly, I don't know why. I've got a squeaky voice. Yeah, exactly. And Ross, what has been in your? That's it, Kev. Rocket League and Mad Max.
That is it. Yeah.
Ross, what about you? What's been in your box?
Inside.
It's still okay. Cool.
It's done. You know, I've played it through twice.
Played it. So
yeah.
You can give us our review. How is it?
No spoilers.
Oh, IGN got it right.
10. Wow.
Yeah. Easily up to now, my game of the year so far had been Hitman.
Yeah.
Just because of hours and everything I put in, because Rocket League doesn't count.
Don't go into too much detail, because next week, your last week's episode is going to be our game of the year so far.
Oh, right, okay.
There's your sneak. So.
Well, yeah, I think I'd have spoiled it then, but yeah. Like,
no, that's fine. We're going to talk about other things, but that's fine.
Yeah. It's stunning. For anyone that's played Limbo, you know what to expect. The puzzles are good, they're difficult, there is replayability to you can go and collect orbs. The story you try and work out for yourself.
I heard it's open to interpretation.
Very much so. It doesn't give you, nothing screams out with bells and whistles on. And the variance in that game, there's bits where you're in I won't go into details, but there's very different mechanics throughout the whole game.
Okay.
That you actually forget it's just a 2D platformer.
Yeah.
Can you like clear some up for me with that game? I'm hearing all these good reviews and stuff. Now, are these good reviews based on the gameplay? Are they based on the story, or is it a combination of the two?
You can tell the time and effort that's went into this, right? You appreciate every background. There's times when I stopped just to look at the background.
Right, okay.
And it's nothing hugely impressive, but the way the transformation from the beginning of the game and throughout, you know where you are at all points without having to tell you because of the background and the noises and the sound. Every single bit of that game has been fought with absolute perfection. And it's not long, it's only a few hours long. And, you know, as I said, I've done it twice now.
Yeah.
And the second time you know the puzzles, so it's a little bit easier.
What's the playtime like?
3 hours.
So 3 hours.
Oh, it's a lot shorter than I thought it would be. Mind you, I did play Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, and that was only about that time, and I love that game.
Yeah, no, some of these. I heard a really strange thing. It was in one of the Facebook groups we're on, and they mentioned I'm not buying the game because £16 for a 3-hour game is ridiculous, and people are trying to equate it. Well, you pay £16 at the cinema, and by the time you buy your food and everything, and you know how long do you equate it for? That's like £5 an hour. And things like that. I was just happy. It's an independent publisher in Playdead. Limbo has been popular. You know, they deserve everything that they get, and I think the £16 that I paid for the enjoyment that I've got out of it is fully worth it.
I think people forget people forget that this took 6 years to make.
Yeah.
This is 6 years of their blood, sweat, and tears. And what I've heard about Playdead is they're very much about the art of games.
Yeah.
They're not about making money. They're not about reviews. They don't care. It's about their art. And £16 for a piece of art is the way I look at that game. I haven't bought the game yet just because of it's not. I liked Limbo, but not enough to really care. It was fine. It didn't jump out at me like everybody else.
I bought Limbo in 360.
Mm-hmm.
I got Limbo in Xbox One because I had it in 360. I think it was. I can't remember. It popped up for me ready to install.
It got sent. Codes got sent out to loads of people who was in the preview program, and then it went free at E3.
Right. Okay. And then so I played it. I also had bought it on tablet. So one time I was travelling, I was on a train for a few hours. I can't remember what it was, and I rebought it and replayed through Limbo.
Yeah.
You know, it's that type of game that. Even though you know the puzzles, and once you solve the puzzle the first time, you're never going to recapture that moment. But you are paying for a eureka moment. The moment that the puzzle clicks in your head and you know what to do is a brilliant thing that you don't get from many games. You know that I really enjoy, and I feel as if it misses. You know, you miss that from a lot of games. you know, some of the puzzles are just, you know what you've got to do as soon as you enter the room.
Yeah.
There is a
Yeah,
couple
it's
of puzzles in that you really don't, but instinctively, you've a feeling what you should do, and you go and do it, and it might be right, it might be wrong. It's very, very hard to describe without spoiling anything,
See,
but yeah.
As you know, like I recently reviewed that Soul Axiom. That was a puzzle game, and I think that's what was missing. I enjoyed it, but that's what was missing. You didn't instinctively know how to approach a puzzle.
Yeah.
Whereas the way you're describing it in this, you just go in, you sort of see what you need to do, and it all just clicks into place.
But sometimes you're wrong. You know, you think this is what I've got to do, and you're wrong. But you know, when you get that eureka moment and it feels right, then you just go, wow. And there is a twist point in the game where everything changes that everyone's talking about and no one wants to spoil.
So is that a story element or a gameplay element?
Both.
Or do you not want to spoil it? Both.
Well, you know, as I said, the story's open to interpretation. At no point does it go, this is what's happening now.
Right,
you know,
okay.
You know, literally just, you're essentially wondering, because, you know, the opening of the game, what people have seen, you're the small boy, or assumed it's a small boy, and you start off and you're outside and you're being chased, which is exactly the same as Limbo, to be honest with you. You know, that's how that started. And the rest of the story is really up to your interpretation about how things are in that world.
Okay.
And let's just say it's a world I would not want to be in.
Fair enough.
It's very dark. I can't highly recommend this game enough to people to go out and try. I know there will be people that don't like it. I do like these, I hate to say it, artsy, fartsy type of games.
Yeah. That
it's all about the looking at the backgrounds and enjoying it, and you know, enjoying the gameplay mechanic and how the game was made. And for someone like us who are fully invested in the video games industry and how games are produced from start to finish, knowing the size of their team and knowing what the end product is, it's simply amazing what they have done. And I can't wait to have the conversation with you about it.
Yeah, so it's definitely a game we need to do before Game of the Year at the end of the year. Definitely a game we've got.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
There's your homework. Before we do Game of the Year,
I'll put it on top of the pile.
I won't go as far as top of the pile, but definitely has to be played. Wow, I don't believe we're still in What's in Your Box. Thank you for that, Ross.
No, you can tell the passion.
Right.
I've never spoke about a game like that on this show as much.
No, not at all. I think definitely at the end of the day, you're paying for 6 years of polish, and that's what I've heard about the game from what I've listened to and read. Each scene you can tell has been sat there and attention to detail. So.
Yeah, 100%.
On other news, what's been in my box? Ross has been playing like the best game of all time, and unfortunately, I've been playing Resident Evil 5. I bought it on the Kev, do not do those eyes at me, boy. I bought it when it came out remastered. It's not an actual remaster; it's actually the PC version, which we've come to learn.
Oh, that's a bit cheeky.
Well, it is, and I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, blah, blah, we all know this bullcrap, yeah? I didn't realise how bad Resident Evil 5 was until I played it again. In
Africa?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's not a good game.
It's been so long since I played it, I can hardly remember it.
Is it as bad as 6?
No, whoa. Well, 6 is... No, again, 6 isn't a bad game, 6 is a bad Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
And the same thing applies to Resident Evil 5. No, Joe, what? No. I take that back. Resident Evil 5, now putting into context of the story of Resident Evil, isn't a good game. It just had... I remember playing that game. I remember putting a sickie at school to not go to school to play that game. I remember pretending to be sick at my uncle's wedding so I could come home and finish that game. Yeah, this is how big a Resident Evil fan I was the day it came out. And for me, it's an interesting one because I remember playing that and being like, oh my god, it's Claire, oh my god, not Claire, sorry, Chris, and then oh my god, it's Jill and Wesker. And then going back and playing it again with 2020 hindsight, I guess, it's just not a good game. It's not a good game. Like, I'm sure it would have been a lot more fun if I had a co-op player. I did play it all through the computer.
Well, you shouldn't have said all that then, because I would have probably bought it.
You bastard. Yeah, no. To me, it's got again for me. It's got a lot of replay value. You can go through unlimited all your guns, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna 1000G this game because it's a Resident Evil game. That's what I do. What else have I been playing? Played a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege with you, Ross.
Yeah, we're a lot better.
We're both a lot better. I got MVP. That's how good I am.
I wish I had Rainbow Six Siege.
Don't worry, Kev. I'm gonna call him out on this show. Don't you worry. I'm going to call him out on this show. Nah. The My Xbox and Me family, before Ross leaves, and that's Ross at Ross1984 on Twitter, he needs to send Kevin Tarney a copy of Rainbow Six Siege that he promised him. Don't worry, Kev, I've got your back, baby. So, Ross, can you just announce to the people that you are going to... That's Last of Us. That's a PS4 game. Get out of here. Let's just announce that you are going to send it to Kev.
Yes, the game will be sent. I am off tomorrow, and
so we need to crowdfund the postage. Is that what the problem is?
No. Do you know all that it is it's actually difficult for me to post things.
I've got to be fair to Ross as well. Like, he lent me 20 quid, and I said I'd send it back to him on the Monday, and it took me a week to send it back to him. So it's only fair. It's only fair.
It may not have helped that I forgot. That I would send. I am not the best at posting things to people, and I'll tell you the reason why. There isn't actually a post office about here.
That's the same reason I have. It's like the nearest one is miles away, and I have to actually go out my way to go do it. That's why it took me so long.
My wife's in night shift tonight, and I've got my son, and usually I take my kid out, so I'm going to take him to McDonald's in the town centre, and I'm going to take that game and I'm going to post it for Kev. And as an added bonus, I'm going to post him my Assassin's Creed Syndicate as well.
Hey! There you go. That's what's in my box next week then.
Do you want the last of Us as well?
Yeah, as well. Send me the PS4 one, right?
Yeah, that's what's been in our boxes this week. I did realise that I actually forgot to say, if you want the audio early, head over to patreon.com/mcfixer. Audio $3, video $4, but by now you've already listened to it for free, so don't worry. And I appreciate the fact you are listening to it. Again, Ross, before you leave as well, we need to talk to the fans again. But we'll do that on next week's episodes. No reviews of the week this week. I am hearing good things about the new Star Wars Lego game, though. So, yeah. I haven't played it myself, but I'm hearing good things.
I hate Lego games.
I love Lego games. Oh, you're idiots. We're not even going to get into it. The first piece of news. Play Anywhere confirmed for all future Microsoft published titles. Two things confirmed to us. All Microsoft titles moving forward will be playable on PC, including the inevitable Halo 6, with full crossplay and obviously full Play Anywhere. The second thing is that achievements won't be shared, so it's the same achievement list for both games, both on PC and on Xbox One. What does this do to everyone? Do we care that every game is a PC game now?
I've got a bit of a question about this. I don't know if you've read somewhere and it's been answered, but say someone buys a game on Windows PC. Let's say, for argument's sake, it's Quantum Break. Mm-hmm. They buy it on PC. Do you get a separate code for Xbox One?
For Quantum Break you did, because it wasn't part of the program, but with UWP apps it will be launched through the Microsoft Store, so more than likely the Xbox app, so no.
Yeah. So you'll have to be signed into your gamertag basically.
Yeah, everyone's got to have a gamertag,
Yeah.
Right, okay. So I thought there might be a bit of a jammy thing you could do there where one of your friends could buy on PC, then you'd get it free on Xbox One.
No. You could with Quantum Break.
Which Ross did do.
I sold my code for Quantum Break for nearly the same value as what I bought the game for.
I tell you right now, anybody that wants a code for Quantum Break on Windows, email in myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com and I will give you the code. You have to send a good question, and I'll give you the code. First person to do so can have it. Because I've got one sitting there. What are you saying?
Can I enter?
No, you cannot. You've not even got a PC that can run it.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
But anyway, what do we make of this news? Does this affect anybody? Because I know there is a big bubble-a-hoo, or whatever you want to say out there for people. They're not happy with Xbox having no true exclusives. I put in, yeah.
I think it's great. For purely selfish reasons, I've said this in another podcast as well, but the reason for me is I can sit right here on my laptop with my controller in hand and play co-op with my wife on the telly.
Yeah.
That's great to me.
Fair enough.
No split screen, just sit here, play it, that's it, done.
I
think that's brilliant.
For me, I'm happy about this, but not right now. I'm not. Not to say I'm not happy, but it's going to help me more in the future when I have a gaming rig that can handle games, which right now my laptop cannot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's the same boat. I mean, it's just I play games exclusively on console, so this just has no. It just doesn't matter to me. No.
Fair enough. So,
Like, I think if you look at Rocket League, it's something that we talked about there. The numbers in Rocket League since they've allowed the Steam crossplay are 4 times as much players are in the game. You know, the numbers were going down, and now they basically are level. And
sorry for those not watching the video version. Ross has sort of got crab hands, and he's doing like a chomp sort of.
He's doing Zoidberg.
Yeah, Zoidberg. That's exactly what he's doing from Futurama. So I'm sort of copying him right now.
Honk honk. But so I think it could be a good thing for numbers for games.
Yeah.
And it's up to Microsoft to control the PC end to make sure there's no funny business.
See, I've been playing a bit of Rocket League, like I say, and I've been coming across PC players, and they are the biggest trolls. They just ram you constantly. They don't play the ball. They just come in and just blow you up continually. You can point out the PC players.
Don't listen to a word Kev says because he's a noob at Rocket League and not very good.
Well, that's not my fault that they're driving into me.
Move, boy, move.
I want a my Xbox and me team to play against us free at Rocket League because that'll be funny.
We can't get a my Xbox and me team to do Rainbow Six anymore. Let alone we can't organise crap. We have. Do you know what makes me laugh? We have about 100 plus people that listen to this podcast. Do you think I can communicate with any of them? They all listen, but none of them want to talk to me anymore. Once upon a time, people loved me and wanted to tweet me. Nah, I can't even get in contact with people.
Well, do you want? People that know me know I do other stuff apart from here, okay? And there is I can't remember how many people are on the subreddit now.
Oh, God knows.
Like a ridiculous amount of people, and last week there was like 12 messages under the podcast. It doesn't matter how big you are, people don't respond.
I still love doing this show. Kev's muted himself, so that means he's coughing or sneezing.
I've got a 5-year-old that's trying to move the table.
Yeah, well, whatever. Next story. Wheelchairs are coming to Xbox avatars, says Phil Spencer on Twitter. So, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, but
I did.
Yeah, they're bringing wheelchairs for your avatars.
How was this not a thing already? How long has avatars been about?
Since 360, so...
Exactly. It's like... I was shocked when I saw this tweet. I was like, "How are there not wheelchairs in there already?" Like, it's ridiculous.
But I think this is still a nice thing. No,
it is. It's a nice gesture, but just better late than never.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but this is all to do with Phil Spencer, of course, because in Phil we trust. So we're just giving him the benefit of that. He couldn't do nothing back in the day, but he has now. But the key thing for me about this is, do you think that means we're going to get Avatar games again?
No.
So why even bother? Who uses their Avatar anymore?
I don't know, but it's just a nice gesture, I suppose.
Ross?
I actually, when you said that there, I was thinking, was it 100v1? Was that it?
Yeah. That was so good. If that comes back, I will be so happy.
Like, that would be amazing. I don't know. Like, the prizes were good on it as well. And... I would like to see that.
I would love to see 1 versus 100 come back as a. Or do you know what? Not even if it's not 1 versus 100, or just something new, but a crowd game like that. Because especially now I stream, that would be perfect for me to stream as well. Phil, make it happen.
There's only so much you can do with your avatars in game. I would like a kart race with your avatar. That'd be cool.
It was a kart race, and no one bought it. Yeah,
no
one bought it.
I'm like 10 years too late.
Yes, very, very. I'd love to do something more with the avatars. Do you know what I mean? I spent money on my avatar clothes and everything, and now I can't even see them. So, makes me sad, but it's one of those things at the end of the day. It's just one of those things. Next piece of news, and there's not much news to be honest with you guys, so I'm glad we sort of spoke a lot in the start. There's been a hiring spree, picking up free style games and Lionhead Studio members, Rare, the company that they're making Sea of Thieves, have picked up about 13 new members of staff in the last 3 months, which is absolutely crazy. Apparently, they are continuing to freshen up their recruitment. So that's interesting.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves are hiring a lot of people.
But the biggest story here for me again is, the biggest story there for me is, what are they working on next? I feel like they're gearing up for something else. Anyone got an opinion on that?
No idea.
No idea. The only people who know that are Rare employees.
But do you not think that makes sense? Why they'd be making more staff, like hiring more staff and well-known staff from different well-known studios like Lionhead?
Well, I think as the game ramps up, they need to do more anyway. Like
Crunch,
the game's coming towards what was it, an estimated February release.
Yeah.
So they'll need more staff as it gets closer to do the jobs, if they want to do more things or more problems they encounter. The Lionhead closure meant that some of the great talent was available.
Exactly. If there's talent, you're going to pick it up where you can, can't you?
Yeah.
So.
True.
And Rare are in this position where they had their replay last year, which probably made them quite a lot of money because it still sells.
Yes.
People brought that, and it's bringing out older games, and you can see why they've done it. And Sea of Thieves, I think, is going to be an absolute storm. I think it looks like an absolute great game. And you know what I mean. But I've got a Sea of Thieves T-shirt on.
Oh, do you? That's interesting.
Oh, where'd you get that?
It was online, the Rare store.
Oh, okay.
But whatever Rare do, we say in Phil we trust up, and Rare we trust. I'm happy whatever IP they do in the future.
So after Sea of Thieves, they make Fable 4. What do you reckon?
And that's why they're bringing in Lionhead.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Black and White too.
I think it's too much to hope for, but that'd be lovely, in my opinion. What would you like to see them do next, Kev? This is
I don't
Rare.
know.
Rare. We're talking about Rare, one of the most beloved companies in the world.
But the thing is, I never grew up playing their games. I was always like Sega and Sonic and stuff, and I never had a Nintendo 64 or a SNES.
You never owned an N64?
No. I was Sega, Mega Drive, stuff like that, and it's just...
Wow, you picked the wrong side, mate.
I
don't know. You know what? I can't even talk about what I had. I was very blessed as a child, thinking back now. Wow.
Yeah, I know what they should do. They should do Streets of Rage. There we go.
We don't need them to do Streets of Rage, because if you listen to my Xbox and Me episode 24, you can listen to my interview with Nick Makin from Making Games, and he's making Rage Injustice, which is pretty much Streets of Rage, but in 3D graphics.
I heard there's an interesting character in that game.
And my name is in there.
Is my name in there?
Kev, I could make that happen.
Well,
you can beat up Corey in a game, Kev. Come on.
I was going to say, at the start of the game, as far as what I've been told by Nick, at the start of the game, I'm like one of the 5 enemies at the start. So you'll see MC Fixer.
Hey, I'm going to bite just to beat the shit out of you.
I know, just keep on restarting the game, just batter Corey.
So don't even get to the end. But when that game comes out, Kev, we should do a Let's Play series, I think.
Definitely. That's my type of game. I love those old style brawlers.
Streets of Rage is one of my favourite games of all time. So.
Hopefully we get the same old kick, that karate kick it used to do. That was great. We sort of did the splits in the air.
See, I could talk about Rage Injustice so much, but I'm not going to. Go watch the interview, and if you're not, we will have Nick back on this show when Rage Injustice come out. But he's just had a baby, so he's busy, unfortunately. Next story: Game Boy Advance emulator coming to Xbox One. Now, Ross, do you remember when I mentioned this a couple of weeks back?
It's already been pulled, like, because it went on the Reddit today. They pulled it off. Plus, ROM. So just to say there, as far as I read the story earlier, using the UWP apps, they got the app for the Game Boy emulator working on Xbox One.
That's right. Yep.
But the issue is, there's no way to put ROMs in it.
Okay.
So you can't play any games on it.
I'm sure that can be fixed.
Nintendo, you're having a Tim Bath in you.
There is no way that it will ever happen.
Look, I am going to keep putting this story on the show for as long as it shows up until it comes true, because I want to
If you even hum a Nintendo tune, they will get copyright strike here. So they're not going to allow you to put games on the Xbox One.
Yeah, but
As
they're
much as I
not
want it to happen.
allowing them to. It's just we're doing it. It doesn't
Funny
matter.
thing is, I've got a Windows phone and I have got the Game Boy emulator and ROMs on my phone.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
it
on the
could
Windows
happen.
Phone Store.
It could happen then. So no
They-
point in writing it off because it hasn't been written off yet. Yes, Team Fixer. Yes.
Well, what you've got to remember though is it's a massive breaking the law, and the console space is that controlled. Do they really want you to take third-party ROMs and put it on your console?
It won't happen on Xbox One. Thing is, the Windows Phone Store is so unregulated. There's so many rip-off games and stuff. It's unreal. When I first got my Windows Phone, I was like, how the hell are they getting away with this? They don't regulate it at all. So whether
But it's the Windows 10 store. So what makes you think they're going to regulate that any better? That's what it is. That's what Xbox is about to become.
Yeah, but you see people start posting videos on YouTube of you playing Nintendo games on your Xbox. Nintendo are going to be right on top of that.
I bet there's more to it than we even know.
I won't hold my breath if I was you.
Let's wait and see, shall we? To be announced.
Let's wait then.
And when I'm right, we can all do hashtag MC Fixer was right.
But it's got to be a legal way, Corey. It can't be in a legal way that someone's done it.
Look, you say potato, I say potato. Alright? Potato! Next one. Background music will be coming to Xbox One on August 2nd. The edition will be part of the new Windows 10 anniversary update, which will also include the emulator, alongside language region independence, which means you'll be able to choose any language regardless of where you are.
That's bigger than the music, I think.
So, but no, the music is a big deal. Very big deal. I am very excited to be able to play music. This was on the 360, people. How is this not on Xbox One by now?
Do you know what? When I first got my Xbox 360, I installed the Marshall Mathers LP, and it stayed on there for the full 10 years I had that 360. It is the only album I listened to while I was playing Xbox 360.
Kev, funny story you say that. I did the same thing, and what I did was I imported, what song was it? I think it was I'm Gonna Kill You, as my FIFA music. So every time I played FIFA, it was, I'm gonna kill you. You don't wanna. I won't go into the whole song. I do.
Do you know what? I think the OG Xbox had it as well, because I think I remember I had Nerd's Lap Dance on that.
I think you're right. I think it did have it. I wasn't an OG Xbox player, but
I had the soundtrack to Lema Riaba, the 25th
Of course you did, Ross.
anniversary.
yeah, Ross, we're all like hardcore hip hop here, like Eminem. We're gonna kill you stuff, and you're like some pop crap.
Oh, whoa. Do you not toy with the French Revolution?
Yeah, whatever. No one cares.
Red. Right, okay.
Ross is singing on the podcast again. I thought I told you last time. No. Is this the last story? Let's check. No, not the last story. I'm talking rubbish. New Layers of Fear DLC come in the same day, August 2nd, on PC and consoles. The DLC will include a completely new experience that expands the Layers of Fear story, explores the painter's house from the aspect of his daughter, which is if you've not finished that game, go play it, finish it. And yeah, it's going to launch at $599. Yeah, it's coming to everything: Windows, Xbox, PlayStation. I am super excited.
You getting it then?
Come on, Kev, I'm getting it just for you.
Hey, just so
I'm
I can sit and watch and
honestly
laugh.
getting it just for you. So, a little story time with MC Fixer and Kev. So I streamed the ending of Layers of Fear. As most of you know, I did say I was finishing it, never got around to finishing it. I ended up streaming it when I was at my nan's. Me and Haley ended up playing it. Kev, how scared was I playing that game?
I've never seen a grown man scream at the sight of a doll as much as Corey did every time one came on screen. It was hilarious. I was in hysterics watching him play that.
So that's twitch.tv/MCFixer when this DLC comes out. August 2nd, I will be playing it that day. I'm going to stream it from start to finish. No stops in between. Just going to go and do it.
August 2nd.
I absolutely shit myself playing that game. I really did. I don't know why, but it really scared me.
Have you got it archived? On Twitch?
No, I don't think so. I might have. I might be able to. I should check, shouldn't I?
Yeah, because if
I'll
somebody, you should really watch that. It's so funny.
I think it would scare me just as much when I play it again, though. I am that bad. You know what I'm like? Like, honestly, I almost quit playing the game as soon as there was dolls, like maybe 3 or 4 times.
That was just perfect.
The man to talk to about this really is Ross. Ross actually put me onto the game,
Yeah.
How excited are you for the DLC?
Brilliant. I love the game. So, I had done a small playthrough, then a full playthrough when it get full released, and then I will pick up the DLC day one. It's a Tuesday, unfortunately. That's not great for me, but I'll pick up the DLC day one and probably play it through. Won't imagine it'll be too long. If the original game wasn't too long, the DLC is not going to be too long.
I wouldn't have thought so, but for price, it's perfect.
Well, the thing is it's the same house, so all the stuff's already there. They just have to change the story and the mechanics. It's not too many jump scares in that game. That's one thing I will say. There isn't too many jump scares.
No, it's more atmosphere.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is what scared me the most. It wasn't the jumpy stuff. The jumpy stuff scared me as well, but it was more the atmosphere of the game. And
Like,
I think
Until
the sound...
Dawn relied on jump scares, but that was, as you said, it was more atmosphere.
That's another fabulous game.
So what? That's why I love watching people who have these reactions, because this isn't bragging, but this is like a hindrance to me. Like scary games, they don't affect me. I think it's because as a young kid, my sister tortured me by making me watch horror films. so like scary games like that, they don't affect me, and I love seeing people actually get scared for them, and that's why I really want to try VR horror and see if that actually like invests me enough into it that I get scared.
Have you done Resident Evil 7 yet, Kev?
You got PS4?
No, PS4.
Sorry.
So.
I thought I played it on Xbox. I'm sorry.
Come on, Ross. God damn it.
So I sent him his, isn't he? So.
Oh no, it's just it's all good. He's gonna send you his this week, so we'll be fine.
Makes me awful how it gets used.
The day of recording this is the 5th of July. I should know that month because it's my birthday month. We'll talk about my birthday a bit later in the show. The Ultimate Game Sale is on right now.
Yes.
Over 250 deals on the Xbox One and 360. The notable games really are Quantum Break, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Gears of War Ultimate Edition. They're the main games that people are probably going to pick up. Ross, just before we went on, you said, wow, I spent a lot of money. I went, what on? You said the game sale. I said, okay, save it for the show. Now we can talk about it.
Okay.
What have you bought during the sale?
Just Cause.
Just Cause.
Mirror's Edge.
Yep.
South Park Stick of Truth.
Okay.
Red Dead.
We'll get to Red Dead in a minute.
That's not on there yet, is it?
It's on sale.
It's on sale.
It's
You have
on
to
there
get it
already.
in the store, yeah.
Is it on sale? Okay, I'll pick that
Yeah,
up.
it's on, you
How
can't
much
buy it on the console though. You have
No,
to
that's
go.
what I'll buy online.
Yeah, so those that are listening to the advance, well done you for first of all giving your money to Corey.
Thank you.
He
Well,
needs it
give
more than
it.
you.
Let's slow down with
He
give
needs
it.
it more than you.
Buying a product.
Buying a product earlier, so you can hear my dulcet tones.
Of course.
No, basically you can go to the website and buy it because it's on sale. So yeah, well, I spent like 50 quid, but like I game share with someone, so we both put in 50 quid each.
So you bought like everything that was there.
Mortal Kombat XL. Some other stuff.
What the hell's Mortal Kombat XL? Or Mortal Kombat
It's just
X?
Mortal Kombat with all the DLC.
Oh, okay. That makes
Every
sense.
bit of DLC.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
For like 26 quid or something like that. Sounded good to me. You know, 20. You can get good Alien and the Predator and things like that. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have taken this to extremes.
Kev, anything that tickles your fancy?
Not really. On the bigger games, the discounts aren't all that massive. I didn't think they're not. They're nowhere near like Steam summer sale levels.
And that's what we reported last week. Which you remember, the insider said, "Oh, the sales are going to be on like Steam." No, they're nothing like it. I checked it out. Honestly, it's the same crap that goes on sale all the goddamn time that I'm finding on Xbox, with a couple of little new ones sprinkled in there here and there.
There's some good offers on there. It's just, it's not the level that I thought it'd be from the advertising. But if you're after games, now is the time to buy them because they are cheaper as ever. So pick them up now if you want certain games. But as for what's on there that I fancy, the only thing I really saw was Ori. Because I've been toying with picking that up for a while. Yeah, I've been toying with picking up for a while, and I think now is probably the time to pick it up while it's on offer.
Yeah, and it's a definitive edition as well, so it's quite good. I already had that, so that's the only reason why I haven't bought it. Otherwise, I would. But like this, like Sleeping Dogs, £6.
I played Sleeping Dogs. I don't need to buy it again.
I've never played it.
Oh, it's a good game. It's a good game.
£6. I'm like, oh, if no one's picked up the Metro games, pick them up. They're like, I think £6 for the both of them. There's a lot of stuff just because I owned a lot of stuff. I'm really tempted to pick up the Game of the Year edition of Shadow of Mordor.
Just so you can get the extra achievements.
Well, no, because I'm not an achievement hunter, but I really enjoyed that game. I sold my physical copy, and actually the fact that I'll regain my achievements does sound quite good.
See, and your achievements, see?
Yeah, like that does appeal to me, but I could pick up quite a few games here. I don't think I'll stop right exactly here. So yeah.
I think Oxenfree would be the game I pick up. I
did see that game. I've not really looked into that game. Is it a narrative-driven game?
I don't know anything about it, honestly. And I've heard it was talked about a lot on Podcast Unlocked. Ryan McCaffrey really liked it. It reviewed well. So Oxenfree is one I'm looking at.
Oh, Party Hard.
I already had that. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I haven't actually played it. I got it sent for a review and never got around to playing it, unfortunately. Which, it happens. A lot of games pass me.
There's some games on there that I'm like, how's that still that price?
I find that this is the thing about, they can't undercut the retail still too much. And it's the Far Cry 4. I really want to get Far Cry 4. It's £9 on sale.
I'll send you it, Corey.
I could go buy a physical copy. Well, no, if you might as well keep us, we can play it co-op, maybe. But
is the gold edition not like £12 or something?
No, the gold edition is £20, which is which I'm like, I might as well go buy a physical copy, play it, and then trade it back in, and I'll get about a tenner for it anyway.
See, I was waiting for Siege.
Season pass you were waiting for, weren't you?
I wanted Season Pass to go on sale.
You want to play as Blackbeard, that's all you care about.
I just want it. I've never wanted a season pass more that I've put off in my life. Considering I'm buying all these little games, I'm like, I honestly could not justify me spending money on the Rainbow Six Siege season pass so much.
You know why?
Liam, the guy that we played with, Corey said a passing comment. Do you
remember?
Go and buy. He's like, go and get unlock a new guy. And we went off and spent £7 and unlock someone.
I meant go and buy a player with your currency, and you wouldn't have spent real money. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? At least buy Blackbeard if you're going to do that.
But you know that it's one of them games you're like, I can unlock all of this by just playing.
Yeah.
But you don't really want to do that.
It's a lot of hard work.
It's a great game.
Grindy.
Do you know what? When Kev gets it, I feel like we're going to play it a lot more.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting.
Yeah, I feel as if we are. Actually. Siege is still up there. It's a brilliant game.
I underestimated that game. I didn't think much of it, but the other day I watched a stream of it, and it actually looks really fun.
Oh, my stream? Was it me?
Yes.
Liar! It wasn't me. Damn it! I dare you.
Like, for me, that and Overwatch are my two sort of online games at the moment, and I really enjoy Overwatch, but the pace of Siege is so different that I do prefer Siege.
But you need a team of at least 3 people.
You do. Like, it was fun playing with you, but
it's still it's frustrating when we lose because of stupid people. You could see the guy in the camera, you're like, go there. Go. Okay, no, he's dead. It's just like, no, why? And don't get me wrong, I'm not the greatest at the game, but I feel like when we get Kev on our team, because Kev's actually decent at shooters. No, Kev's not decent.
No, I am. No, I'm alright at shooters. I'll get used to it. I'm jumping into the deep end when everybody's had it for a while. So.
But I've only put maybe 8 hours into that. In comparison, I put what was it? How many hours into Rocket League? 300.
I'm not even getting into it.
300 odd hours in Rocket League.
Funny story, just quickly. I was playing Rocket League with my friends the other day, and there was 5 of us, and one of us was like really, really good, one of my mates, and so we decided to do 4 of us against him, and he beat us 7-0.
Wow.
1 against 4, and he beat us 7-0.
That'd be me against you too.
Never. You'd never 7-0 me. So don't even try it.
No day.
Last piece of news for this week's episode, which is Red Dead Redemption is coming to Xbox One via backwards compatibility Friday, July 8th. How excited is everybody?
This is amazing. It's about time. It's not a surprise, is it? We all knew it was coming, but it was just a matter of when.
So we're going to pick it up in the sale now?
I've already owned it digitally, I believe.
Oh.
So yeah, I just jumped straight into it as soon as it comes out. I think it's this Friday, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
my weekend sorted.
So just me.
I've never played it.
I don't rate the game that highly, again, but I did say to Kev when we was off air that I think this may be the first game I do a Let's Play series for games I never beat. So I'm thinking about doing a new series, which is games I've never beat.
You should try FIFA then.
quick question:
Hey.
how far did you get into it?
I know the ending, if that's what you're worried about.
Right. Okay.
I know that what happens.
Right,
I'm not going to
okay.
spoil it because it's probably a lot of people going to play it for the first time.
So why didn't it click with you first time? Was it certain
I
game
don't.
mechanics?
Do you know what I think it is? When I played the game, I couldn't figure out how to fast travel. I didn't pay attention enough to the game,
Right. Okay.
so I was
Yeah,
riding a
fine.
horse everywhere,
Yeah.
and that literally just got on my nerves. I was like, no, this is too much. I can't handle it.
I'm trying to remember if it does have a fast travel system. I can't remember.
It doesn't. It has some sort of train, I think, that you can get on to get to
Right.
places.
Okay.
So that's what, but I really didn't find it fun riding a horse. Especially, I think I'd just come from playing GTA as well. So having GTA where I was getting in taxis and probably like driving everywhere to horses where you got to control the stamina and it just really drives me mad. But we'll see with me.
Get back on it. You'll enjoy
Yeah.
it. Hopefully, I'm hoping as well with this Xbox One port they're actually going to like improve it slightly. I know that's a bit of a
No,
hope.
you're
like,
hoping for
frame
way
rate
too
and stuff.
much.
Yeah, I was hoping for a frame rate improvement because I remember playing it. It did stutter a few times, but hopefully
Can I
those
just ask
problems
something?
fixed.
Why
Yes.
have we broken the trend with this game?
What do you mean?
Well, every other backwards compatible game has not been given a release date. Name one other game that they've actually said this is coming on this date.
They did at the start, if I remember rightly. It's only lately they've been putting them all together. I feel like Red Dead is a game that does deserve its own space.
It was Rockstar who broke the news, not Xbox.
Right.
That's
okay.
why.
Mr.
It was
News
on-
editor
it was-
there,
yeah, it was-
sorry.
Yeah, as I say, Kevin, the news editor, he knows what's going on.
I'm right.
But yeah, like I've never played it.
Oh, this is perfect for you. Then.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. I want to get
Well,
your.
I
I
like it,
want you
yeah.
back on the podcast, and I want to hear what you thought of it.
Well, we'll
Because
be
I think
back
it's-
next week, so it'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I want to
actually-
hear his take on the story.
But I think we're just gonna. I know where Russ is going is kind of top secret and everything, but I feel like we're gonna sneak him on without anybody even knowing. Like he doesn't know it yet, but I'm just gonna message him a link, like the Google Hangout that we do, and it's like, Russ, if you want to come on and talk for maybe half an hour, then you can leave. Eh?
He'll come on for a good
If you're not on for a whole episode, we might be alright.
a voice distorter, so you can't actually tell it's me.
Yeah, exactly. You can be like a ninja
Yeah.
from Metal Gear Solid.
Get your balaclava.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, let's get on to the Games with Gold again. Games with Gold, Banner Saga 2 from the 1st of July till the 31st of July. Tumblestone, which, again, no one knows what it is. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 2, which is a phenomenal game, from the 1st to the 15th, and Tron from the 16th to the 31st. Now, Fix a Sack. Guys, are you ready for it? So, we got one email this week. After crying out to everybody, Kev, last week, do you remember me crying?
We begged.
I begged for Fixer Sack to be full, and nobody respected us, Kev. They didn't fill up our sack. But,
That's right. They're just trying to think of the really good questions. That's what it is.
of course, but
That's it, I'm taking.
Mr. Moody did send us an email, so I appreciate Mr. Moody. And it goes, "Hello, my Xbox and Me family. I'm wondering what your thoughts are about games being re-released and remastered as collections. Ryan McCaffrey said that he believes that this game generation is a year behind because of all the remasters, as it looked back on the last generation. Do you agree, and what do you think? Keep up the good work. Your friend and fan, Mr. Moody." I totally agree with him, personally. I do feel like if we look back and see all the remasters and re-releases, and we get excited about backwards compatibility, that was like the biggest news ever, and stuff like that, I do behind, which is really, really sad. Like, a year behind the generation, I should say. What do you guys think about that? Is that something you agree with, or are you happy to see remasters and collections?
I'm in two minds about this. Like, on one hand, you're right. It does stop developers going in and like making new games and coming up with new ideas. But on the other hand, I think I I'm really enjoying the remasters we're getting. They're bringing back all the games, like, and improving them to bring it up to current gen graphics. The games I really enjoyed the first time round. So if they didn't do that, I would only be enjoying them maybe on Xbox One backwards compatibility. So I don't know. I'm 50-50 about it. I think I'm swaying towards I'm happy that they're doing it because I'm glad I'm getting to replay these games.
Yeah, well, let's throw a few out there. So, just for start, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, they did not need remasters. Resident Evil 4, I totally agree, should be on Xbox One. But there is a HD collection already on the Xbox 360. So it's
Isn't
like...
it like 700 remasters for Resident Evil?
Look, let's not get into it. What else we got? Devil May Cry didn't need a remaster. The Sleeping Dogs didn't need a remaster. Dishonored didn't really need a remaster. Darksiders. The list could go on, honestly.
But I think
there's a lot of games out there that are just cashing in.
Yeah, I think games that are collections that are worth it, like the Batman collection, the Bioshock collection, the one where you get 2 or 3 games in the set from the previous generation, they bring them forward. I think those are the ones that are really worth the time and effort.
Halo, the Master Chief Collection.
Exactly.
Perfect example. Again, not a Halo fan, most of you know that. I do have the Master Chief Collection. Don't know why I still have that, honestly. Still never played. I've only completed number 1. Never finished 2 or 3 or 4. I'm a terrible person. Kev, have you got them?
Do you know what? I went to buy the Master Chief Collection the other day. It was $6.66 on CD keys. Went to buy it out of stock. I left it for 2 days as well. I left it for 2 days. Like it going
£6.66.
Yeah, I know. I kept putting it off, and then eventually I was like, right, I'm gonna buy it. So I went to buy it, and it was like out of stock. So like, God,
Kev, what is wrong with you? I want more games to play with you.
If it goes back in stock, I'll pick it up.
I'll just buy it for you and be like, send me the money. I bought it.
I've got it digital and the discs. I could probably include that in your...
Jesus Christ, you got digital and disc on every game?
No, it's because of game share. So at the beginning I didn't game share, so we've sort of inherited.
The older games got duplicates.
Yeah, like I need to actually work it out what I have in disc and what I have in disc.
Can you just send Kev everything you don't have, and
I'm thinking that.
We'll sort you out with some sex or something like that. I don't know, whatever. Honestly, anyway, don't worry about it. What are your opinions on remasters and collections and stuff?
I've said this before, I missed a big chunk of the 360 generation because I was too busy hanging about Glasgow street corners looking for girls. Okay, this was last week.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff I didn't play the original Bioshock.
Nor did I.
I missed the Arkham
You've not played
games.
the original Bioshock?
I've not played the Arkham games either. Shut up, Kev, we're talking.
Right. I missed all that.
I missed both of those as well.
Yeah.
You two are in for a treat.
I know, that's it. That's the thing is I went through all my young and my teenage years, gamer. Oh my God, she's got boobs. and then like I just went off on a tangent, walking to nightclubs and things, and then
you got married
and settled down. I went back into gaming, so I actually missed the whole first half of the Xbox 360. I owned one. I bought GTA 4, right? Like I bought certain games. I bought FIFA. Yeah.
Guitar Hero.
I didn't own Guitar Hero.
What? What? You didn't play Rock Band either, or
No.
Guitar Hero?
No.
Wow, you missed out on a great experience.
There's pubs to go and play that. Right, but like I missed out on quite a lot. So I personally, from a selfish point of view, and I don't get called out saying I'm not a fan because I missed like 8 years of my life to go and socialise.
Not at all. You were with different places of our lives.
Yeah, exactly. And I really can't wait to play the Arkham games if it ever gets out. And I really can't wait to play now it's delayed, basically.
Yeah,
the Bioshock games, the collection. So for me, it was great. I hadn't played a Halo game since 1 until the Master Chief Collection.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You know, like I am getting to experience all these games that I missed in a stage of the life and all these classics and everything else. And I'm really happy that I'm getting the opportunity to on my current console. That's why I'm a huge advocate for the relevant backwards compatibility. You know, I said I've not played Red Dead, so I'm going to play that. And also the remasters. You know, I don't mind something like the Arkham games. I will wait until after Christmas and pick it up for 20 quid.
Yeah.
Because I've waited for a while. I'm no rush to play them. But then again, this summer's looking a bit light. If they released that game this week, I would have probably picked it up full price just now.
Me too,
Because I don't
100%.
have that much new to play until this sale today.
I was going to say, apart from the 50 games you brought today.
I know. It's quite bad, isn't it?
So, on the vote, I vote no. Remasters have disrupted generation. Kev votes.
So no, they haven't, or no, they have.
No,
That
they
makes no
have.
sense.
They have messed
So they
up
have
this
destroyed
generation.
or not
They put us
destroyed?
behind a year. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Kev.
No.
So no.
No, they're not a problem. They're
Okay.
perfectly fine.
So you're yes. No, I'm yes. You're no. Okay, that makes perfect sense. And obviously,
I don't know what's
Miller
going on
is
anymore.
yes.
I'm a no.
No, yeah, of course you are. Of course you got against me, weren't you?
No, well, I just gave my reasons
No,
before
you
you
gave a
asked me.
speech
So,
about something, but no one was listening.
well, there is some that is undeserving. I'm very much like Kev. If it's a collection of things together,
Like Resident Evil
fine.
4, 5, 6.
yeah, these individual ones, I didn't really want to play the Darksiders games. Dishonored, you could probably have got away with just the backwards compatible version.
No, I played
Um,
the 360 one not about a year or so ago, and it was just as good. It really didn't need a remaster.
You know, there's ones that you can tell that they've really just whacked
Shopped
on,
in, phoned in,
for the money,
copy
and the
paste.
ones that have, you know, yes, they're for money, but you're paying a little bit of fan service as well. I listened to your last week's episode because I do that because I'm professional.
Yeah.
Before I come on, you know.
I
And-
appreciate that. I very appreciate that. Ross has done something I've never done in my life and listened back to an episode.
I wasn't on it, so.
Yeah, that's true. I do listen to Out Alive's podcast. So.
Oh, when we actually make it. And
Coming this Sunday.
we're too
Is it
busy
you
getting
put me
enough
in, yeah?
podcasts to do our own nowadays. For me, yeah, if it's just a single game, I don't really feel as if I need it. If it's they remaster one single game and it's part of a collection, like the Master Chief Collection, I'm all for that. Or what they're doing with BioShock, you know, I'm all for these kind of things. But there is some that you just look at and you go, why did you even bother? Yeah. Well, I bought the Rare collection because it was 30 games that I probably hadn't really tried a lot of. I didn't know how much.
That's totally different in my
I know it is different. It's still the same concept, though.
It is, but that's done properly. Just like
That was
Halo
done
was done
right.
properly, and Gears of War, for me personally, was half-assed. We should have got all of them.
Definitely.
3 didn't need it. 3 still looks good.
Yeah, but just put it in 1080p and upres it a little bit. And
The whole time that was announced, I always thought it was like the first 3, and then I found out it was only the first one. I was quite shocked.
The Marcus Phoenix collection should have been done.
When the actual IP was bought and when that came out, so if they'd done that, maybe the next Gears game would have been a year delayed.
No,
So you were
they
talking
could have
about
ported it
delayed.
to a different studio to do the ports, or to do the remasters, and they could have carried on working on For the Coalition.
Who says it's not happening right now?
It's not. We
I
know
know it's not. I know it's not. Well, I would have loved to see Gears 2 remade because I still think Gears 2 is the one that's. I think it's the weakest game out of a lot of them.
No.
Yeah, the story's good in 2.
Wait,
but
are you including Judgment?
No. God,
Oh, okay. That's what. That's a different argument for a different episode.
and
That
well
Ross,
done for getting the release date right.
Yeah, you know how proud I was. I was very, very proud.
I was scouting on my bus on the way to work.
Let's plug, and get ourselves out of here. Russ, we will start with you. What have you got to plug?
Out of life, I'll be doing one of my last episodes at one point. I'm waiting on other guys to do a normal episode. That's sort of getting rebranded and relaunched. I will be dropping off the face of the planet for a few months as I go to make something, as everyone knows. But, you know, I'm still available on Twitter and everything else. You just maybe won't be able to hear my voice as much as you can.
But they can still hear you over on the Reddit podcast, correct?
Yes. To explain it to people, I've signed a contract to say that I can't do paid podcasts, and I'm not saying that Corey pays me, but people who do Patreon and things like that, that could be seen as a
I
conflict
still
of
think we
interest.
could have got a loophole there. Just saying, I do not sell this podcast to anybody.
No.
I just sell them early access.
Yeah. But I've been
I think
told
we
it's
could have
a
got
no.
around it, but Ross didn't want to fight it. That's all.
I've
I'm
been
joking.
prepared.
I'm
I've been
totally
passed it
joking.
in the day, and I'm not going to pass it up. But
No,
if you want to summon Ross Miller, all you got to do is to go in the bathroom and say Ross Miller 3 times into a mirror. Near
I
me.
dare you to do that tonight, Kev.
Kev, what about you? What have you got to plug?
Like Ross said, we've got the Outliers pod, which is going to be starting up again soon, which has got your very own Corey Spearman on. We're hoping
That's
to get
me.
We're hoping to get that done this Sunday coming, which will probably come out the following Wednesday, I should think, once it's edited and stuff. So look out for that. Also, just find me on Twitter at Don't Shoot Tarny.
I love how professional he got again. He always gets professional at the plugs. It makes me correct. It makes me. You're so unprofessional throughout this whole podcast, and then you get to your Twitter and follow me at Don't Shoot Tarny. Like,
Right.
not even like your.
I told you, it's
full
all
name.
about that flow. I get to my point, I'm like, yeah, now's my moment to shine.
We need to get you to an hour and then carry on doing the podcast all over again, so we get the professionalism.
There's episodes of Out of Life that you don't even realise Kev's on it until you get to that point. You know, it's like it's just silent the whole episode, and it's just like, and is anyone event in the pod, and Kev's just like, oh, don't shoot Tarn.
Follow me on Twitter at Don't Shoot Tarny.
Yeah, the big one really is Ross is leaving the Out of Lives podcast, and I am coming in to help out and be on the show, which I used to do at the start, which I ended up starting this podcast and the website and a load of other stuff. But I'm very happy to be going back to the Out of Lives podcast. It's going to be a lot of fun with Kevin and Dave.
Just quick mention as well, it will be video games, movies, and TV that we talk about, just in case
Perfect.
people are wondering.
All video games, which is lovely. I get to talk about PlayStation as well. Also, I am the most important thing for me, plug-in only at the moment until the 20th of July, is I'm doing a birthday stream. 20th of July is my birthday. We're going to be doing a birthday stream. I'm going to be drinking, says Kev. Kev says I'm going to be drinking, so apparently I've got to go buy a drink. We're going to be playing some Jackbox Party Pack, some Drawful, whatever everybody's got in the chat, that's what we're going to be playing. I want to play with you guys, get drunk, and have a good old stream.
Drunk Rainbow Six
Minecraft
Siege.
battle modes.
Minecraft. What? Minecraft. Oh, we should do Minecraft battle mode. That's a good idea.
What is battle mode?
It's a new
It's
mode.
Hunger Games. It's Hunger Games,
pretty
basically,
much. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea. We'll see what the chat wants to do. But yeah, the idea is I'm going to be playing with you guys on my birthday. I'm not going out this year. I'm going to be 24. I just want to stream, and hopefully you guys can join me that listen to the show. I'd really appreciate it. A lot of people that I didn't even realise, like Nathan Mills, who's the PR guy at Koei Tecmo, messaged me and say, "Oh, I'm going to be at your birthday stream." I'm like, "But you're a professional. You have a real job and stuff." He's like, "Yeah, I love it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll see you there." So shout out to him. Also, again, patreon.com/MC Fixer. Also, if you could do me a favour, this isn't my plug, but my friend Laura Butts, who used to work at Destructoid, no longer works at Destructoid. They are doing a new venture called Let's Play Videogames.com. If you can follow them on Twitter, I think it's Let's Play VG. Hit them up. I went and see her in hospital the other day. We had a very good chat. I can't say too much of what's going on, but be expecting some news very, very soon. Don't worry, this show's not going anywhere, but some good news hopefully coming very soon. So keep an eye out for that. And until next time, I will love you, leave you, and see you later. Say bye, guys, and don't get the last word.
Ciao, Bella.
Bye.
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 Ah!